حتى فشر اسم به
فيهم لا يخرج منهم إلا أن تتقطع قلوبهم ثم جاء الشرع ناهيا عنه فحصل منهم لجاج
ومكابرة
وحصل من الشرع تغليظ وتهديد بحسب ذلك حتى صار ارتكابها كالمناوات
الشديدة للملة
ولا يتأتى الإقدام على مثله إلا بمارد متمرد لا يستحيي من الله ولا من الناس كتب كبيرة عند ذلك
إلى آخره. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على النبي الكريم محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين. Imam Rahmatullah alayh, he is mentioned in the light of Quran and Sunnah that the sin is of two types, minor sin and major sin. And Imam Rahmatullah alayh says that being of a sin, a minor or major, is either keeping in view the action or the deed itself, that is a big or a small one, or that a Sharia specifically has called one sin a major and another one a small one. Because there are sins in one Sharia that was small or minor, but in another Sharia it was considered a major one. And why it was so? Because of the time and space. Because of what? The time and space. And why it was so? Because of the nature of the people concerned. Because of the nature of the people concerned. As I told you, that in kafara, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned a kafara, and He has said, what? Kiswatum wa tahrir raqabah. Like in breakage of yameen and oath, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَكَفَارَتُهُ إِطْعَامُ عَشَرَةِ مَسَاكِينَ. Say, no. أو كسوتهم أو تحرير رقبة. Don't go to Hajj. Yes, because Ramadan is gone. So فكفارته إطعام عشرة مساكين أو كسوتهم أو تحرير رقبة. That who broke his oath. So his kafara is إطعام عشرة مساكين, to feed 10 miskins. أو كسوتهم, provide 10 miskin dresses. أو تحرير رقبة, or to set free a slave or a slave girl or slave boy. Got it? فَمَنْ لَمْ يَسْتَطِعْ فَصِيَامُ ثَلَاثَةِ أَيَّامٍ. And whosoever did not do that or cannot do that, so then he has to fast for 3 days. So here the kafara is mentioned, different varieties are mentioned, or. So it means that Allah has given the option. That who broke the oath, he has the option to do this or this or this or this as a kafara. But where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned فَمَنْ لَمْ يَسْتَطِعْ, like in kafara of zihar. In kafara of zihar. So there Ibn Abbas says radiyallahu ta'ala an, that the tartib or the sequence must be kept into consideration. That the first فَكَفَارَتُهُ وَمَا كَانَ لِمُؤْمِنٍ أَنْ يَقْتُلَ إِلَّا خَطَأً وَمَنْ say Allahu Akbar. So anyhow, there Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Qatl Khata says that the kafara is to set free what? A slave. To set free a slave, or to do fasting shahrain mutatabi'in for 2 months constantly. For 2 months constantly. So there the Ibn Abbas says radiyallahu ta'ala an, there who cannot find a slave, then he will go for 2 months. Got it? Got or not it? Yes. But anyhow, nowadays, what we do, if somebody, for example, he has broken his fasting in the month of Ramadan without any just cause. So for him there is kafara, 1 qaza and 2 months kafara. So altogether 61 days. How many? 61. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he said in this regard that to the person concerned, that sum shahrain mutatabi'ain. So he said, Ya Rasulullah, this whole problem came because of that 1 day fasting. And now you are ordering me 2 months. I couldn't held it for 1 day. So what about 2? So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he told him, then set free a raqaba or a slave. He said, I have only this raqaba, this neck of mine. I don't have any slave. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Fatim sittina miskina. So then go and feed 60 masakin. Got it? So anyhow, nowadays what we do, because what is the purpose of kafara? Number 1, to take away the burden from the conscience of the person concerned, because he feels it. Got it? But number 2, yes, to give him a lesson, not to do it again. Not to do it again. So if a rich person, he will ask me that I have done this, what should I do? So I will not tell him that just feed 60 maskins. Yes, for him, 60 multiplied by $10, $600. For him, it's just like $6. He can do it. I will give him fatwa. Yes, fast 2 months. Fast 2 months. Because we have to stop him from this doing again. And if poor guy, for him $600 is almost the salary of 1 week. For him that is too much. Yes, so to him we will give the fatwa $600. Yes, just give it to the poor. Got it? That's what I am giving the example, that how a thing was considered a minor sin in one Sharia or a major sin in another Sharia, because of the nature of the people, because of the situation, because of the time and space. So Imam Rahmatullahi alayh, he says that this being of sin minor or major, that is either because of the action itself or because of the time and space in the nature of the people. And then Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi explained the first category, but now the second one, amma bihasabi shara'i al-khassa. And as far as the being of a sin minor or major, according to specific sharias, فَمَنَسَّتِ الشَّرِيَةُ عَلَى تَحْرِيمِهِ أَوْ أَوْعَدَ الشَّارِعُ عَلَيْهِ بِالنَّارِ. So that is kabira, where a sharia has expressed that this is haram. So going against haram, that is kabira. Got it? أو أوعد الشارع عليه بالنار. Or shari, he said, فَجَزَاؤُهُ جَهَنَّمْ. That this guy will go to Jahannam. So it means that that sin is a major sin. أو شرع عليه حدا. Or Sharia has put a punishment, specific punishment for that sin, like for zina and for theft. So that is kabira. أو سمى مرتكبه خارج كافرا خارجا من الملة. Or Sharia called the doer of that guy, like Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Man taraka salata muta'ammidan faqad kafar." Who left his one prayer muta'ammidan, purposely and intentionally, faqad kafar. So he became kafir. Got it? So here Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he called him kafir. So it means that missing a first prayer is kabira. That is what? That's why Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam called him kafir. Kafir, kharaja min al-millah, that he is out from millatul Islam. Ibanatan liqubhihi, to mean to make clear that this amal is very qabih. Wa taghlizan li amrihi, and to show hardship regarding this amr for kabiratun. Wa rubbama yakunu shay'un saghiratan bihasab hikmat al-birr wal ism. As far as the wisdom of good and bad is concerned, so some action would be considered based on that hikmah as saghira, but kabiratun bihasab sharia, but the sharia called it kabira. Wazalika anna al-millat al-jahiliya, and that is because millati jahiliya rubbama irtakabat shay'an, that mostly or most of the time they have done a thing hatta fashar rasmu bihi, until that become the usage and their custom. Fihim la yakhruju minhum illa an tataqatta qulubuhum. You know the customs, you cannot bring it out from the mind of people very easily. Yes, like for example, in Afghan community, there are so many bad rusum or bad customs, you cannot take it out because they think that this is part of deen. They think they're common lay people, so they say this is part of deen. Got it? Like if you did not say the word of nikah 3 times, so it means to them the nikah is not done. It means the nikah is not done. So Imam says that you cannot take it out from their mind, from their hearts, but to cut their hearts, to bring it out. ثم جاء الشرع. So such a thing that became a urf fashi or adat fashi amongst them. ثم جاء الشرع. And then Sharia came, nahiyan anhu, prohibiting that. فحصل منهم لجاج. So from them there is lajaj. Lajaj means insisting on that. Lajaj mean what? Insisting on that. فحصل منهم لجاج ومكابرة. Mukabara means that became a matter of pride for them. وحصل من الشرع التغليظ والتعديد. So the most they were showing resistance, so the Sharia, he was making its word harder and harder and harsh, and give them tahdid and threat. بحسب ذلك حتى صار ارتكابها كالمناوات الشديدة للمناوات من عداوات. That the irtikab and the doing of that deed has become like as he is opposing the deen. ولا الإقدام على مثله إلا من كل مارد متمرد. And Sharia explained to them that only someone who is a baghi, marid and mutamarrid, who is a baghi and taghi, who is not obedient, only he can do it. ولا الإقدام على مثله إلا من كل مارد متمرد. That marid and mutamarrid and baghi and taghi لا يستحي من Allah, who does not have any haya from Allah nor any haya from the people. فكتب كبيرة عند ذلك. So when this process went to that extent, so at that time it was considered that this is a major sin, it must be avoided. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين.